As we approach halfway in today's race, here's our 5-hour Energy Rapid recap. Joey Logano started on the pole. He's had a pretty good fight with Kevin Harvick for the lead at the beginning. He's led the most laps today.
Joey Logano got out early and led 69 laps. He and Kevin Harvick were dealing it up. Jason Leffler on lap 43 obviously got in there with James Bush, backed it to the fence really hard, ruined his day.
Now, Leffler has just recently returned to the racetrack. He is 63 laps down. There's Kevin Harvick. Had a long green flag run just up until a second ago, and he really showed some muscle there.
Yeah, that's where his car has been best, and he said it. You know, all those long green flag runs, he is going to be a contender. It's the short runs that kills him. He loses a lot of track position, but he's still 5th right now.
And during the set of green flag pit stops seconds ago, this on pit road, ouch.
Boy, I tell you, that is just simply bad luck. You see the car coming out, and that 12 car was cocked in the pit, a bad angle, tore up the left side of the 6 car pretty bad.
And that left front fender damage led to the accident with Stenhouse that put us under caution in the middle of the stops. Now, we mentioned Brad Keselowski caught for speeding on pit road on that last stop. Well, we might have an explanation why. Listen.
Out of gas, out of gas, out of gas. Coming to you, we're out of gas here, guys.
And so when you're out of gas and the engine's not running, what's happening?
Going to be speeding.
You don't have a tachometer.
You're going as fast as you can go, and you have no idea how fast you're going. Tough break for the 22. Had a good race car. Still plenty of time, though, to make up positions for Brad.
All right, so there you go. Keselowski getting caught for speeding on pit road because he didn't have a tachometer coming in because he was out of gas. Yeah. We'll see where Brad's going to line up for this restart, but he's going to go from the top 5 to well back in the pack. Now, we're getting ready for the wave around.
Okay.
Remember when NASCAR...
yeah, it's going to be interesting.
When NASCAR went to the double file restarts, they also instituted the wave around rule. So what's going to happen is the leader is Scott Wimmer in the 7 car. Yeah. He's in an all-white car that's pretty well back in the pack. All the cars between he and the pace truck are now going to get a chance to pass that pace truck. So some of them, like Stephen Wallace, are going to come all the way back around and basically make up a 1.3 miles here as soon as they get the go-ahead signal from NASCAR. You'll see Kevin Harvick and James Busher and all these guys. Here they go.
It's a race within a race.
Right?
42 cars back on the lead lap here.
Yeah. So there they go. And the one who will stop the procession past the pace truck will be Scott Wimmer. He'll come up in line behind. So all the guys who got caught on pit road by the caution are now back on the lead lap. And they'll come back around and rejoin the tail end of the field. And once again, we've got us a lead pack to go racing. Trick is, they don't have much time to get caught back up.
That's exactly right.
That happens on the 1 to go signal.
One to go. So
you
yeah,
see the leaders.
You see the pace truck coming out of the turn there. So they've got to really hustle to get back up there and get in line. Or as you can see, they'll be left out for lunch.
So, now to sort it out, I hand you to Marty Reed to figure out where all these guys are running on the racetrack. Good luck, my friend.
All right, thank you, Alan. We can tell you there were a total of 22 wave rounds. 15 got back on the lead lap, plus Scott Riggs, who was the lucky dog. So now it is Wimmer. He's going to be on the inside in that number 7. Then Kelly Byers, Mike Wallace, Scott Riggs, Kevin Harvick, 5th. Logano 6th, then Kyle Busch, Reed Sorensen, Carl Edwards, Brendan Gaughan. That is your top 10. So the whole complexion of this race has reshuffled just as we approach halfway. Pace truck is off. I think we've explained that about as good as it could be explained. At least I know one thing. We're going back racing at Nashville Superspeedway.
There's one thing for sure. 2 junior motorsports cars are 1st and 2nd right now. Those guys were getting good gas mileage, their tires were wearing good, and they're right out front.
Yeah, but we got some slower cars in front of faster cars, and you know what usually that can mean. Look at Wimmer trying to jump away, but look at this pack in the middle here. Oh, they're 4 wide.
That's not going to work.
It's not going to work. This is congestion here.
Oh, hang on.
This can't work, guys.
There it is. There's the contact. Stephen Wallace into the wall.
Big wreck behind you. Big wreck behind you.
Can you believe it?
2 wide.
16, Colin Brown also in. Stenhouse crashes. Now Brown gets swept up. Look at the mess here. You got the 81 of Michael McDowell, the 35 of Jason Keller. Oh, my. Mikey Kyle in the 10, his first start, and Stephen Wallace.
I was curious how these drivers were going to treat one another as we went back to green flag racing, because there was going to be that congestion, and that just didn't make any sense. 3 wide does make sense. We had 4 wide.
Yeah. And you could just tell that it was not going to end up good for a lot of people. All right. Let's go back and take another look at this mess.
This all started off of turn 2. You can see the one car get to the inside, make it 3 wide. That sorted itself out, but here 4 wide right behind him.
And there's just no room.
And I don't know what makes us drive like this or behave like this, but there is an urgency midway through the race if you think, I've got to get to the front, and maybe that's part of it.
Well, the only thing you're going to get to the front to in this deal is the front of the hauler.
Seems pretty obvious after the fact, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, where are we going?
You can see both of Rusty's cars that he owns, the 62 and the 66, were 2 on the inside, but that kind of forced the hand of Jason Keller in the 35, and he didn't have anywhere to go, and that's kind of where things started. The 66 got up into him.
Let's go on board with Steven. Just listen.
Still middle. Still middle. Still middle. Middle of 4. 2 outside. 4 wide. 2 outside.
What a mess.
Common expression in this business, give and take. What, at some point, one of those drivers, 2 of those drivers, maybe a half dozen of those drivers needed to say, all right, I'm going to live to race another lap because we can't do this getting into the corner.
Well, this is going to take some time to clean up. This is our 5th caution here as we have just passed halfway. And, oh, man. Get out the checkbooks because there's a lot of bills that are going to be paid now. Whoa, Steven limping. Looks like the right leg or ankle.
Yeah, that's a hard lick, especially when you get hit head on. You don't really have a chance to get the car slowed down. You're getting pushed up there.
All right, well, obviously, we'll have somebody over at the Infield Care Center, and we'll get an update as soon as we can on Steven's condition. Michael McDowell, he is okay. He climbs out of the car, and he'll get into the ambulance under his own power. All right, as we said, this is going to take a while, and that gives you an idea just how bad it is. I mean, there's parts and pieces everywhere here at Nashville, but don't go away. We'll get her back green.